we're trying to figure out how to talk about the definition of, so who is and who's not a gypsy, how our line works, how I have, God only knows how many kids who are gypsies, but I have other kids that are not. I'm not. So what, and then there are people that are former, and there are different types of former, so then they, do different projects or not. And I'm not sure if I've fully got this sorted out, but like My Kids by Jason, which there's only one of right now, I think, are not. My Kids by other people could be. But it's we're working out a bunch of new lines, basically based on a different hierarchy, because there's a different resonance when your unions are formed in a certain way, and it's been continuous and it's hooked up in a certain way to the highest ranking male on the planet. Then it stays in one set of circumstances. And then if it's outside of a certain framework, then it opens up different ways of being and stuff. And then, there's individual characteristics. In my family, there are some people, it takes us a long time to mature to a certain level. We continue to grow for a very long time. And so we do this prolonged childhood thing. One thing I was going to talk about, if anybody knows like one gypsy folk song, it's the one that kind of goes oompa loompa loompa la, oompa loompa loompa la, or something like that. But see, they play that song in tuva too, and it's one of the first songs that Hun-Her-Tu put out there also. And I know the first time I heard it, I was like, "Wow, that's a gypsy song, isn't it?" And they kind of had to tell me to shut up because nobody was supposed to figure that out so fast. Anyway, that's like, and then how do I even know that? And I wasn't even supposed to remember whatever it was I saw. But there's definitely a musical track too. The extreme musicality runs on both sides. But I said there's a certain way of seeing things. I mean, Mom kind of started the process because she had a certain way of seeing things in terms of some of us are a little bit more stressed out than others about any kind of de facto government reality. Others of us don't have the ability, more or less ability to even perceive that such a thing exists, and cannot. It's sort of like me and religion. Some people have the religious thing, and they also have this government thing and this law thing that just doesn't work for them. And what you can't see can't give you anxiety, So I would be troubled with thoughts that wouldn't be burdening these other people, and but there are different variations of things. So I don't know. But I don't. It's just one of those things like. There are certain traits that tend to indicate a certain. But I don't know, because I sent one of Flea's kids to Mongolia. So, but then the difference between life in Mongolia and being a gypsy are really, really tiny, especially if you live in town.